welcome to World Kitchen. We have a really exciting show for you today, a workshop for you today. First of all, it is beautiful here in Happy Valley, wherever you are. I hope you're having a beautiful day as well. Our rice cooker's talking to us. Interesting. Yeah, okay. So today we are going to be talking about Korean food and culture. We have two recipes that my guest chefs are going to make for you. I would like to thank our sponsor, Outreach and Online Education's Office of Inclusion, Equity, and Diversity. As always, we thank them for sponsoring the show for us. But today, as I said, we are going to be showing two recipes from Korea. I will let my guests explain a little bit more about these recipes, and because there are two of them, I'm going to go behind the camera today, but I'll be asking them questions. And if you have questions, as always, you can put them in the chat or you can unmute yourself and just ask. There is a lot of ingredients and there's a lot of prep and a lot to do with these. So we're going to try to go pretty fast. We might go a little over our hour. I'm not quite sure, but we're going to do our best. And then already I can smell everything, and just the seasoning and the smell and the herb, or I guess it's the soy sauce and the sesame oil and all of those things and the garlic. It all just smells so wonderful. So I hope that even if you're not cooking with us today, you will feel confident enough to try this recipe when we're done, and you can go back and watch the video when it gets put up on our website next week. So all that said, I'd like to introduce my friends. So come on over, ladies. So this is Hae-sun and Chuyeon, and I'm going to let them take it away.
Hello everyone, welcome to Korean Kitchen Show. I'm very excited to be here with my dear friend Chuyeon. So let's get to this. First, we need to prep our rice. So Chuyeon will explain how to prepare rice. If you have a rice cooker, you can wash and soak 10 minutes and then cook like for white rice about 29 minutes and 34 minutes. How can you cook rice if you don't have a rice cooker?
Yeah, so I haven't done this for some time, but I show you how to do it. Hopefully it's gonna cook well. So you if you use 1 cup of rice, rinse it a few times, run water until you get clear water, and add about 1.5, little more than 1.5 cup of water, and bring it to boil on a range. And when it boils, you simmer, you reduce the heat to half, and about 5 to 7 minutes you reduce even further. So last stage you really have really low temperature to simmer, and the whole thing is gonna take about, with the 20 to 25 minutes. Yes. So you really have to be a little careful so that you don't burn the rice, because it's so easy to burn the rice, right? So when I do it, I sometimes add a little bit of oil so that you don't burn the bottom. So that's what you do. So what I'm going to do is that all the rice is ready here. So from time to time, we can show a little bit, when it boils, you will see what it looks like. And I have it here. You can use a pot. Usually it works better with the pot with the thick bottom.
Stainless steel.
Yeah, and you don't want to use really thin bottom because it burns really quickly. So I will show a little bit later. Yeah.
So while the rice is being cooked, second thing is we want to prep meat. So for meat, we have ground beef and beef strip. So for beef strip, I actually prepared for this one. For beef, you want cut thin, julienne, and with knife. So as you cut thin strip, thin all the way, and at the last stop, for if you're using thin strip, you use your blade and tenderize. You can use a tenderizer, but I use my knife for all purpose. And if you are using ground beef here, you can use ground beef. Either one works, but you don't have to use both, just use one, right? For the seasoning is actually you use 1 it have eight ounce meat, right? So there is steps you could. I'm actually not done this on a TV, and I don't use the how do you call teaspoons? Yeah, I just use my Korean spoon, and my hand is like a mom's touch. So let me actually look at the menu and how you use it. So if you have an 8 ounce meat, you use 2 teaspoons of soy sauce and 1 teaspoon of rice wine, which is a mirin, and 1 teaspoon of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, and half teaspoon minced garlic. And here is the example. So we can use this for seasoning, but you can actually use this seasoning to marinate your meat. Next one is shiitake mushroom. You can use any kind of mushroom, but shiitake mushroom is a dried one, and dried one has pack more nutrient and more flavor and aroma. So I recommend using dried shiitake. This one you have to soak in the water, and for the sliced one, maybe you soak in the water for 20 minutes. And this one is pre-soaked, and I squeeze out the water.
So you want to go ahead and show them what we actually purchased. Yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah. Here we go.
So this is Korean brand called Ashi. So this is a popular brand in America, and it comes with the pre-sliced one. It's called the shiitake. Korean is a 표고 버섯, and in fact, it packs more nutrient as meat. So we highly recommend using this shiitake mushroom. Next one is let's prep the vegetables. So can you?
I keep it. Yeah. What did you like?
I want the carrots. Okay, so for carrots, you can actually buy pre-sliced carrot, or if you are using medium-sized ones, I actually cut in sideways like this, and then you pick probably 2 together, and then julienne this.
So you're going really like
thin.
matchsticks.
Yeah, thin. So the way you cut it, actually your hands touching the blade, and that's how you hold it. So this is how you prep carrots. Next one, can I have zucchini? So zucchini, actually I use medium-sized zucchini and cut it in half, and you cut it half moon shape. So I live in Half Moon Township, this is great idea. Yes. Onion. Okay, so I love using onions. It's very easy to buy onion, and this onion I use a medium-sized onion. You just julienne it very finely. Okay, so this is the onion prepped. One particular ingredient you may not familiar with is the Korean radish. You can get this Asian store or Korean grocery store. This one, this is the whole piece. I cut this half. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is actually adult man's leg, because it's very big. Yeah, it's a big size. But I use like 1/3 of it. And this one, I cut it in half. And then it's little difficult to slice like this. So you cut the bottom of it, and you cut like this.
Very thin. Like
or you cut like this. So you cut it, and you want to cut like carrot. So hold it like, and then thinly slice it. So this is called the julienne technique. So this is how you prep your radish, basically. Next, what do we have? Oh. And then we have a tofu. So for those of you out there vegetarians, there are 2 ways to prepare tofu. One for kimbap, and the other one is bibimbap. For this one, I don't think we can have a pre-cut sliced tofu available.
No,
I don't think so.
Yeah.
For this, actually, I asked you guys to get a firm tofu, but I think extra firm tofu works better. But you cut it in a cube and then squeeze out the water. You can squeeze out water using your hand. So basically, you hold it together with your hands, right? And then press it down. It comes out that way. See, the water comes out. If you have a difficulty doing it, you can actually use a paper towel to get out the water. Okay, next, what do we have?
I think that was all of those.
Cucumber.
Oh, the cucumber?
Yes.
This is for the other dish, right?
Yes. For cucumber, we are using cucumber two different ways. One is for bibimbap. So bibimbap one, I actually want to cut a circle shape and salt. Later, you have a water. I don't know if you can see the water. There's a water. We can squeeze out the water. So that one. So use it, salt it, and squeeze out the water, and then we can use it. For kimbap, this is bush cucumber, and the way I do it is actually for this one you wanna hold it, and we're gonna cut into 3 pieces here, and we're not gonna use the seedy part. So in the middle seedy part you throw it away, but this one you can cut into 3 pieces like this. Okay. Get ready for that one. What else do we have out there?
We have the pickled radish.
Oh, pickled radish. Do we have a cover for that? Yes. Now, kimbap is very popular, so you can buy the whole piece and put it like this, or you can get pre-cut like this. There's 2 different kinds you can put it in, and you can get them from Asian grocery store under $5. Okay.
And there were different varieties. So there was white ones and yellow
It's
ones.
a preference, but for kimbap, color-wise, yellow one comes out better.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, what else do we have up there?
The other type of tofu.
Oh, okay. So if you are vegetarian, we can actually make a tofu kimbap. So for this one, you cut it into, how do you call it? It's like a
Just, I guess, long sticks.
long sticks. Yeah. And you have to actually sprinkle salt and set aside, and you need to squeeze out the water. Okay. So that's how you prepare
Okay.
your tofu.
And
So
then
that's
the
spinach.
Oh, yes. And probably most of you are very familiar with using crab meat, but this is a Korean crab meat. Can I have a cover? So this one you can get the crab meat, but it says crab meat for kimbap. Okay.
we wouldn't know that, but
Crab meat for
that's what
kimbap.
it
Okay,
says.
so crab meat for kimbap. You can see the kimbap right there. For this one, they are actually individually sealed to pack the flavor. And if you open it, you can just use a hand and cut in half. And that's how you prep it.
Spinach.
Spinach.
Yeah.
Actually for this spinach, we got baby spinach. So we're gonna stir fry this at the end of after cooking zucchini.
And normally you said you would have gotten a curly spinach. Is that what?
Back spinach, a little bit like a
So usually the spinach you can get from the grocery store, Korean grocery store, is a really like a curly
winter.
one. So
Okay.
if you go to I don't know if I should mention particular name of the
It's fine,
store.
sure.
Wegmans has a curly spinach, so that you can use for Haeson's recipe.
Yeah, for this
Yeah.
particular batch, we're gonna stir fry them quickly. So you can,
Okay.
Yeah, the curly one is bigger and then leafier.
Mhm.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
So can we go back for just a second?
Sure.
Because we keep talking about the 2 different recipes. Can you explain what each of them are?
For kimbap and bibimbap, they use similar ingredient. So in order to prepare together, some ingredient I'm explaining together.
But kimbap is what?
Oh, yeah, what did I forget? So kim is a roasted seaweed, bap is a cooked rice. So you can eat all the side dishes displayed. If you have a friend over, or if you don't have appetite, you can actually make a bibimbap out of it. So putting everything on top and mix with the gochujang or soy sauce. However, growing up, when you have an outing, boarding school picnic, back then everybody packed their lunch, right? It's a special day. Then your mom and dad, they prepare kimbap.
Not
It's
there.
an on-the-go food. Yes.
Okay, okay. So it's
Yeah.
essentially the same ingredients or most of the same ingredients. One is in a roll,
Yes.
and we're not going to use the S word because you said it is not sushi.
It's not
But
sushi.
it looks a little like sushi, but it's different. And the other is just in a bowl, right?
Yes,
So that's the
it's in a
difference in
bowl.
the 2.
Mhm,
Okay.
Well, the thing is though, it looks similar, but what's the difference between California roll, sushi, and Korean kimbap?
So seasoning is entirely different. So sushi, use a sushi rice.
Yeah.
Basically vinegar base.
Vinegar paste.
And the Korean uses salt
Salt.
and
Sesame oil.
and
Yes.
sashimi seeds, right?
Mhm.
So
Sesame
that
seeds.
is a major difference. So therefore, you don't use soy sauce for dipping.
Yeah, because
Right.
everything is seasoned.
Yeah,
Ahead of
but
time.
I agree that it's similar in shape,
Similar.
right? And also something like kimbap, Japanese also had similar shape and like California roll.
California roll,
So-
but it's everything is fresh, right? So
Mhm.
that's why they need a dipping sauce. But Korean kimbap, we don't.
And then with the Japanese sushi, they put raw fish or sometimes cooked fish, but Koreans never use raw fish in it. Instead, you're gonna use cooked.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
For
So-
Koreans, beef is kind of showing your love. So a lot of Korean dishes use a beef.
And
one
not for the
thing-
raw fish.
Not the raw fish.
I want to show you how the rice is being cooked here.
Okay.
And it started to boil, and it boils like this, and I will, okay. Boils like this, right? I will simmer. So I will simmer into a little less than half. Okay, so this one has up to 9, so I'll go for 4 maybe. And I stir gently. And make sure that you close the lid. Yeah, I'll show you maybe 5 minutes later. Okay, thank you.
The next one is prepping the soybean sprouts. So I think what is apple to Americans, maybe soybean sprouts might be the one. So for soybean sprouts, this one, so you can buy the whole bag, which is 1 pound, basically. You can buy 1 pound soybean sprouts.
And again, we got most of this at the Korean market here in
Yeah.
Happy Valley and State College. If you live somewhere else, you can check to see if there is a Korean market near your home. Otherwise here, you know, it's that the Korean market had everything we needed for the most part.
I would like to add that, only once a week, the Korean groceries get this from DC. And as you all know, bean sprouts go bad really quickly. And so try to get this on Thursday
day.
or Friday, but not like a Saturday or something. So
Yeah. Okay, so for preparing for bean sprout, you boil the water and you need pre-wash, right? You need to rinse out soybean sprouts and put it in the boiling water with the salt in it. And it's very important, you need to put the cover on, the lid on, and quick to boil again, you need to wait 1 minute. So it takes about altogether 12 or 13 minutes to prepare your soybean sprouts. And once you're done this, I'm gonna actually show you how to squeeze it. So once it's cooked, you put bean sprout in the cold water. So you have to shock with the cold water to stop cooking. So this is prepared one. I already squeezed out that one. For this one, so you grab a soybean sprouts about like I don't know how to go.
A handful.
Handful, right? Handful. And basically you are squeezing out the excessive water like this, but not too hard, right? Because then you get mushy. So like this. Okay.
you want to maintain that crispiness.
Crispy
right? Yeah.
texture, right? So this one, I actually have a lot of it, so I'm gonna use this much. So this one, we need to prep this. So soybean sprout, you wanna use, for this amount, is this gonna be, I think, 2 cup, right? So 2 cup, how much? So I'm gonna use.
I washed this for you.
No, it's
Is it
okay.
okay?
It's
Oh,
okay. So Koreans use lots of sesame oil. So I'm gonna use 2 teaspoons of sesame oil, and then can we have a timeless? Okay,
what?
so I don't know how to do this.
You can just sprinkle.
Sprinkle, yeah. You need to
yeah.
sprinkle some of it here.
Salt. This is
Yeah,
salt.
yeah. It's a very fine salt.
Mhm.
Sprinkle, and then a little bit of sesame seed.
So we got the roasted sesame seeds
Yes.
at the Korean market. So these are not your average sesame seeds. These are pre-roasted.
Yeah,
and they're
roasted.
small, very small.
Well, Koreans eat vegetable sesame, so this is like a 2-month supply for Korean household. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of green onion scallions, and then use your hand and mix it. Okay. So I'm probably using this much soybean sprout for 4-person bibimbap.
Okay.
Okay. It's a lot, but it packs taste. Okay.
Where you prepare for the next step, I'm just gonna show you what rice looks like at the moment. And so I reduced the heat a lot and see all the, water is almost gone. And I will reduce the heat even further to like 2 or 1, and I leave it there for about 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay. So I think we prepped all vegetables. So we're gonna move on to the range to stir fry all the prepared vegetables.
There were pots.
Yeah, we had, where did our,
There was a big pot. Yeah.
Get out of the way. There we go.
And you want that on
yeah, medium,
medium?
yes. So we're gonna use vegetable oil and wooden spatula. So you're gonna make it hot.
So
Bring everything over here.
okay.
So we're gonna stir fry carrots first. Let's. Okay. So canola oil, vegetable oil, you can do any vegetables. I wouldn't use olive oil, but because a different aroma in it.
Yeah, so, yeah, vegetable oil is a neutral oil.
Yeah,
so it
neutral
really-
oil.
yeah.
Make sure it's a medium hot, and you're gonna stir fry onions, carrots. Now these carrots, when you get carrots from some kimbap, they have a little bit low carrot taste in it. I don't like it. I like a little cooked carrot.
Mhm.
So we're gonna stir fry this. Okay. Maybe about 2 minutes. Let's see if you can cook this under 2 minutes, and then you've got nice texture. So as it's cooking, you can add a little bit of salt.
So while you're cooking the carrots,
Yes.
Hai-san, can you tell me a little bit about what you do? What do you do in life?
In life, oh my God, I couldn't imagine my life where I am now because I was so busy really chasing after my 3 kids, but they're adults now. And my husband got a job at Penn State Du Bois, so it's been a really exciting journey. Get to know Du Bois and meeting new people. I love living in Central PA, and this is amazing because when my husband got a job, actually, what he said was, "Let's go to PA." Why? The mountains, it's just like Korea. I'm like, we should go by all means. And we're loving it ever since. This is an amazing town to call home.
That's great. Do you work somewhere?
I teach part-time Korean language. And this semester I'm not teaching, I'm preparing coursework to teach actually for next semester. And I actually involved with the community group called the Pen Epida Circle. And this is a very new experience for me because Korean Americans and Asians living in this community, we knew each other like from the event or through kids, but we never associated us together. But instant happened, and we really saw the need of come together and work together to raise visibility and voices for the Asian American community. I'm loving it. The college community, the borough, everybody involved. This is a really amazing town to call home.
Yeah, I see the Panapita group at all the community events. So it's been a really great way to learn more about the various Asian cultures who live here.
Yeah. And I don't know, people think when they see Asia, they think about Chinese, Koreans, and Japanese, but it is not. Actually, Asian countries include Iran, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, India. Yes, it's a big place too, and there are so many different diversities, languages, and culture.
That's great.
Yes, this is done. So let's practice.
I think it looks good. Yeah, and just move it here. Yeah. So I need to a little quicker. Yeah, a lot of things to cook. So
you're going to cook each vegetable individually because it's
Yes.
important in the presentation that they're separate, right?
Let's do meat.
Okay. So this is the ground beef, right?
Ground
And as she said, she marinated this by putting all of those ingredients that were in the recipe into the meat ahead of time, maybe half an hour ago, and let it kind of sit there along with the scallions and some other things. And now she's going to cook that.
Yeah, for this meat, it's actually you need to have drier texture in it, so don't add oil.
Okay.
But as you're cooking it, make sure they break apart.
Okay, and while Hyson is doing that, Triyong, can you tell us a little bit about you and what you do?
oh, I follow Haesun around. So I'm also a APIDA member, APIDA Circle member, and Haesun and I have been doing quite a bit of community involvement and reach out. I teach at Penn State. I'm in Asian Studies and Comparative Literature, so I've been teaching Korean literature, film, popular culture for the last 5 years. So this is my 6th year here. And so that's what I do at school, and outside of the school, I involved in community work. And today I'm here to assist Haesun. She's the real chef. So, yeah.
Great.
Mhm.
I don't think without Panapita Circle, we had the opportunity to work together this closely,
That's
right?
pretty, yeah, that's quite true.
Yeah,
That's quite true. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
great. So tell me a little bit more about Korean food in general. So I think most of us know kimchi. We know, certain dishes that we have, if we've been lucky enough to go to a Korean restaurant, we've seen certain dishes. This food that you're making today, and I know I say it wrong, but the Kimbap,
That's great. Yeah.
Bibimbap. Are these traditional dishes, like would you find these in street food or in restaurants, or is this something that's only made at home, or all of the above?
So bibimbap can be really elaborate. So it can be served for your guests, but it can be made anytime, any day, because you mix different kinds of vegetable dishes. I don't know if you're familiar with some of the Moroccan or Middle Eastern dishes. You have small dishes, right?
Like
Koreans,
a mezza. Yeah.
exactly. So Koreans have that, and usually they're in the refrigerator. And on a lazy day, if you don't want to make any elaborate food, then you take all the vegetables out and mix them with the rice. So it can be really versatile, and it can be really simple, but it can be elaborate like how Haesun does it today.
This is a very fancy version.
Yeah, so it
Yes.
cannot be a street food. However, what can be street food is that the next dish she's gonna make kimbap. So that can be simpler and so easy to make and easy to eat. You don't need too much, right? So
Until it comes to the actual making of it, because I'm excited to watch you make the rolls, because I know there is a real art to making those rolls.
she's gonna do it. I'm not really good at rolling, but she's good at rolling. So
Well, to be honest, I've been practicing, and my husband's
Oh,
like,
you
can
did?
you do more cooking so that I can eat my Korean food all the time?
And I was really surprised to see my sister prepares that, because she has 2 young children, and they're so easy to make. And if they're busy, and then she just makes them and feed them on the way to school or to cram schools and so
Yeah.
on.
So for me as an American, it seems intimidating to think of all of these different parts of the recipe
Okay, so
and then
this-
making the roll.
This meat is done.
Okay,
So I need a
so-
bowl to put it aside.
Yeah.
As you can
Here,
see, I broke all these ingredients, right?
Uh-huh.
So its size. And the smaller it gets, it's easier because you're gonna put this in a kimbap. So usually you wanna have like a grain-like texture.
Uh-huh.
This is a bit too big to put it in a bibimbap. Okay,
Okay.
so let's see if I can meat. So this
The next
one is a
okay.
meat strip.
Oh, this is the strips that we
Yes.
also marinated in the same mixture that she put in the ground beef. She put that same mixture into the strips of beef.
So you
Smells
could do
wonderful.
ground beef, or you could do, you know what this is called? This is a bulgogi actually.
Yeah,
It's
so
what?
you learn,
Yeah.
it's called another dish called bulgogi. So what you have here is actually not 2 recipes, it's 3 recipes.
So this is the bulgogi.
Okay. And it's because it's the strips of meat?
Yeah, it's a strips of meat marinated.
So I'm gonna show you while Haesan is making that. This is already cooked. Wow.
Nice, yeah.
And I will
color.
stir, otherwise the rice is gonna be sticking.
To stick together.
Yeah, so this is what I'm going to do.
Okay. You're just kind of breaking it up and stirring it
Yes,
from the bottom and the
exactly.
sides.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah.
Make it fluffy.
Great.
Just,
So then you would turn off that heat, right?
Mhm.
that way,
To
right?
the right, yeah.
I get nervous about it. Yes.
Yeah. So this is a basically bulgogi. So you can serve as it is, but we're gonna use bulgogi for kimbap and bibimbap today.
Mhm.
So I stir the rice here too.
Yes, actually you have to stir it, otherwise it gets
So
squished.
we wanted to show you because we assume that a lot of Americans probably do not have these rice cookers, particularly these very space age rice cookers that
Okay.
talk to you and
Yes.
it was even calling your name.
Yeah.
It knows your
No,
name.
we
It's
said
crazy.
it simply said the rice is ready.
But we assume that you probably may not have one of these in your home. So we wanted to show you how to do it on the stove top. So you can make this at home yourself without a rice cooker.
So do you think it's done?
Oh, wow, that was very
Right?
quick.
It's done. So this is how you do
Yes,
the
it's
bulgogi.
done, it's done. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is the bulgogi for kimbap and bibimbap.
Nice.
Next one, I actually gonna cook with this meat. I'm gonna cook
The
shiitake
mushroom. Okay.
Actually, you know what I think? Maybe I should use this to cook some other vegetables
Okay.
because it's already 2:30.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
so why don't I do that? That's the best.
Yes.
Basically, you need salt for seasoning, right? Yeah, yeah.
So for this shiitake mushroom, when I go to functions, a lot of events they actually serve shiitake mushroom as a gourmet food,
Mhm.
and I find it they overcooked and they
Oh.
oversalted. I can
Okay.
kind of see salt grains on top,
Ah.
and so I don't like. So you just sprinkle a little bit of salt. That way you can use leftover meat, flavor here.
Yeah,
so
to flavor the
that's how
mushrooms.
yeah.
Unless, of course, you're vegetarian and you don't want that. But
Yes.
yeah. I
So
think
that's why this is really important for temple diet for the
Korean
people
temple
who
diet.
Mhm,
dedicate themselves.
mhm. So before we started the workshop today, we were chatting as we were prepping all of the ingredients, and we were talking a little bit about traditional Korean culture and modern Korean culture being very much like what I was saying in my family is the traditional versus modern Persian culture, because all of our guests who have watched before know that you know we do a lot of Persian cooking at home. Especially in that rice has always been such a staple in Asian cultures, all Asian cultures.
Right.
Maybe it's a different rice as opposed to the short grain sticky rice or the long grain basmati rice or the jasmine rice, but it's always been a big part of the culture and eating it multiple times a day.
Mm-hmm.
What do we need?
I need a bowl.
Another bowl. Okay.
Oh, here.
Use this stone.
Here, you can
I
use
think
this.
this one.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm done stir frying. Shiitake mushroom.
And we have this here.
I actually have a confession to make.
Oh, yeah.
So I use too many times shiitake mushroom for all the cooking. I make shiitake mushroom. When I make bulgogi, I actually use carrots, shiitake mushroom, among other things. And my boys, they are traumatized.
Oh,
yeah?
why?
That brown mushroom that you use all the time, it's just too much. There's a moderation, Mom. Yeah, they do not eat shiitake mushroom anymore.
But back to the rice, what we were talking about essentially was that, you know, it has always traditionally been a big part of the day in multiple meals. But health-wise, we've learned in more recent times that maybe eating so much rice isn't necessarily great for you. It does spike your blood sugar. It is a strong carb or starch. So a lot of people are adjusting their rice intake. But Tyson, you do something with your rice that kind of helps that along
That's
if
right.
you're going to eat it. So tell us a little bit about what you do with your rice instead.
Basically, eating white rice is eating white bread, and I never eat white rice. I disguise my rice with the lentils and seasonal beans. So
Brown rice.
brown rice. So technically,
Barley.
we do not eat white rice. It's always mixed with other grains. And if you go to Korean grocery store, Asian grocery store, they actually sell 7-grain rice or 20-grain rice, and that's how people actually eat their rice, never white rice.
So this rice cooker is designed for that.
Okay.
So depending on what kind of grains or beans you add, you can program it.
Okay.
Yeah, it cooks like 10 different kind of rice.
Like I said, it looks a little bit like a spaceship to me, and it's got all of those moving parts that kind of sound like one.
It's very
Yeah.
convenient.
Well, what do you call? It's a pressure cooker.
Pressurized rice cooker.
Right.
Yeah.
I think this is okay.
Yeah,
right?
that's good.
Okay.
So while we are talking, we cooked radish and we cooked zucchini.
So it seems like you're sautéing the vegetables, but you're sautéing them so that they're still firm. They're not being heavily cooked.
Mhm. If you taste this has like a crunch, crispy taste.
Oh yeah, so very crunchy.
So crispiness is what we are looking for.
Okay.
I think I can use a little bit more salt in here.
So I want to add that this bibimbap can be really versatile. So you don't need all of these. You can drop few, right? And you can add some raw vegetable such as lettuce. Right?
Yeah, you can just cut radish and use it as a garnish, and it brings so much flavor too.
The Asian food is like that. It's quite versatile. It can be flexible. Yeah.
Okay,
So if you happen to not have a couple of the ingredients, that's not a
that's
big
totally
deal.
fine.
Not
That's
a big
the-
deal.
Yeah, bibimbap, you can do whatever you want. You can actually make bibimbap with using 3 ingredients. One is kimchi, the other one is a canned tuna and egg.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
Parmesan. Okay, so I need. That's, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. So we prep cucumber for bibimbap. This one is for kimbap, and you are wondering what is she doing with cucumber?
It has to be really high heat.
Yeah, it has to be really. So we're gonna stir fry cucumber in
I've
high
never
heat.
heard of this. This is interesting to me as well. I've never cooked a cucumber.
The beauty of cooking cucumber in high heat, it extracts water and it packs texture. So it's very interesting. So when you add cucumber to your kimbap, basically you need to eat right away. Don't go to next day. That's not good way. So since everything's stir fried, it's for the immediate consumption. So stir fry.
Rion is gonna now do the tofu, the
Yes.
cube
It's a
tofu.
cube tofu.
Yeah, cube tofu, salted,
So,
squeezed.
This, according to my experience, you don't stir, okay? So you need a little more of oil. And be careful, it's gonna create.
Okay. I can put it in here. So stir fry. Okay, we're gonna stir fry prep. Yes. Let's put it on the paper. Yes. We're gonna
Okay.
stir fry.
So you're leaving it that length because you're gonna be making the kimbap in those rolls,
Yeah, for
right?
this stir fry prep meat, you do not salt this, but it's already seasoned. I use a little bit of oil. And then we quickly fry this. Okay, stir fry prep meat. So each roll takes one prep meat. So see this one, like this. Let me actually show you. Stir fry prep meat. Okay. So right here, I am actually going to prepare. Oh, you have to do this one. Can I use this as a base? So I'm going to prep the fish for kimbap. So, maybe Alex, you can show this to. So I am going to arrange all the vegetables together here.
This one we forgot to.
Yes.
Yeah, so give me 3 minutes, eh?
Let me actually prep the egg. So for kimbap, I want to put it align all the ingredients like side by side, arrange that way the colors can show and it's easy to stand out. So, and
Yeah. Just 2 minutes, eh?
okay, so while you're doing it, let me arrange this. So so I'm going to orange here. Here. So how much do you want to do this one here? So this tray is for kimbap. Okay. So where the other meat go? For meat, I'm going to put this one here this way, and this bibimbap, they go this way together. So make sure you are cooking out the meat
Can I give you
without
this?
the water.
Can I give you this?
Yes.
Here? Here?
Yes.
Here? Okay. This is for vegetarian.
Vegetarian. Oh, that's not good idea actually. Meat and together. Let's do it that way.
Okay, so
Yeah. So make sure your tofu doesn't touch the meat.
we're all eating this here. It's okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Good. So this pen is available. Okay.
Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So,
Oh, you know what? The last one is the spinach. I need the
Oh, yeah, okay.
water.
Here,
fire.
here. I'll do that here. I'll do that here, and you do things.
Okay. So while Jiyeon is prepping spinach, I'm going to bowl to crack. You know what I can do? Let me crack the egg and make egg omelet. So I need 4 for the kimbap. Four eggs. I need this. Mix them. Can use spoon or fork. It's hot. Okay, so let me add some more oil here. Make sure it's all coated all the way. And you are going to spread eggs. Sprinkle a little bit of salt on top. And you need to be very careful because you don't want.
아니 그걸 하시라.
Oh, okay. So make sure you are watching your egg omelet to be cooked because we're gonna do 1/3 flip. So you can do all the way like this, but then you won't have a thickness of egg as you're cooking. So make sure it's cooked. Halfway done. As soon as the bottom is ready, you can flip half toward in the middle. Okay.
We are all good, right? So I don't need that.
So half fold in the middle. So that way, because when you are rolling kimbap, you need a larger square, not to waste it. So you got one over here. And then as you're cooking, flip it over.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you're gonna use this square shape.
Rectangle.
Rectangle,
Yeah.
yeah, rectangle shape, more like it, rectangle shape. And it's important not to overcook. It's ready. Let me actually scoop out the rice. I need a bowl. No, not this one. The mixing bowl.
Mixing bowl? Oh, you have it here.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's one. Okay, so can I use that one here?
You can use this rice too.
Would you like that? This?
Let me actually taste it.
Tastes good.
Yeah.
I made it.
Julia made it. It's gonna be good, right?
Wow,
Is it
very
good?
impressive.
Good, thank you.
I didn't know you can cook rice using stove top. New experience
I
for
proved
me.
it.
I always use my rice cooker.
Okay, so we want to have this ready for.
So it's done.
Yeah.
So we're gonna transfer this to the chopping board and cut it.
Okay.
Okay, so as it's ready, let me scoop out rice.
Hurry up a bit, eh?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've got enough rice to cook about 4 rolls of kimbap.
So the rice is hot and steamy.
That is hot and steamy, fresh cooked. So you're gonna add, I need, can I have a sesame oil, more sesame oil? Yes,
So this is for bibimbap.
yes. So sesame oil. I think for this much rice, you're gonna use close to 2 teaspoons of sesame oil and a little bit of salt. And sesame seed. So as you can see, we are not using any vinegar. Okay, salt. As you are mixing it to let out the steam, you can actually taste the rice. And if it's too bland, you can add more salt.
So it's basically just the rice, the sesame oil, and the sesame seeds right now
With salt,
with salt.
yes. But if the rice is too hot as you're rolling, the seaweed will shrink.
Yeah.
So you know, then let out the steam and make it a little bit like warm, lukewarm. Okay.
So I cut egg.
You
Oh,
can put the
nice.
egg down there. So it's very important to have a whole tray of mixed ingredients all together,
Ready to go.
ready to go.
So because we don't have much time, what I do is that the rice is there, we can just add veggies. And while you do that, I fry the egg.
Okay,
Yeah, okay.
okay. So for rice, kimbap, we need roasted seaweed. Yeah. Okay. So what you need is actually a bamboo mat. Bamboo mat.
Oh, she's using.
And surprise, but when you see these roasted seaweed, one side is shinier than the other. So look at it. So if the shinier blend, the shinier side goes to the bottom.
I'm sorry, Hasan, do you need any?
I don't need this. Okay.
Okay, so this is for bibimbap.
Bibimbap.
Okay. Do you need anything else?
No, I'm good.
Okay, good.
Okay, so you're gonna scoop and spread.
So about half of that seaweed
Yes.
wrapper.
Yeah, so you're gonna spread using the scoop. So make sure you're evenly spreading first using it. But what you can do is actually, can I have water dipped?
Water?
Yeah, I think I had water ready. Okay. So I actually have a water ready in a bowl, so you can dip your fingers and spread the rice. So make sure you are evenly spreading rice. Okay. Maybe like a 2/3 of it all the way.
Okay. And you're using this bamboo mat underneath, correct?
Yeah, I'm using bamboo mat. You don't need to, but if you have it, you can make it kimbap more firm, tight together.
and I've seen those at Wegmans and lots of other stores, you know, even like TJ Maxx and Home Goods, they sell these. So
Yeah.
they're pretty common around now.
Okay, so it's my secret. I'm gonna scoop a little bit of rice and use it as a glue at the end.
Oh.
Okay, so that's how they stick
Secret
together.
tip. Okay.
Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to add 시금치가 준비가 안 되네.
있어요.
Okay, so carrot down. Okay. You can use lots of carrots. Put carrot down, and then spinach. Okay, and then egg. As you can see, they are very colorful.
Yeah, beautiful.
And then one crab meat.
So
Let's do
the egg is the strips that Chuyeon made look like they're maybe 3/4 of an inch square.
yeah.
Not quite an inch square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's make a bulgogi kimbap first.
Okay, using the strips of meat.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna press the meat with radish,
Oh,
yellow one, and then fried cucumber. Okay, so let's put it half. Do I have all the ingredients? I think so. Okay. So and when you are doing it, you lift the whole bottom, right? Like this. And do not go all the way, but when you press down, make a little bit of room. That way they stay inside center. So roll it. Then a little bit of
Your
rice
head's
wrap.
over the top there.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
sorry. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so roll it. There's a little bit of rice left, right? And you're gonna press it down. You can hear I'm squeezing out the juice. Okay, okay, right there. Okay. Put it back. So this is the finished version. So Koreans, sesame oil, they go together. So I'm gonna make it shiny, more appetizing look, right? So, and then where did my knife go? My fancy knife.
Here.
You need a very sharp knife, basically. And the way you cut your kimbap, you gotta dip sesame oil and spread over your blade. Right? Make sure you're not cutting yourself. But over your blade, and then cut it. Okay? So when you cut, it comes out very clean. So that's the trick. With sesame oil, the blade it's very sharp and oily, so nothing sticks to it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Okay. Okay.
So you have to reapply the sesame oil.
Oh, see, that's what happens. So
To me, a lot.
okay, so see everything's in the center.
Yeah, it looks great.
So maybe you can show them how to
Yes.
prepare. Yeah, I'll clean this. Okay.
So every ingredient we prepared, right? It's very similar, but with this one, actually, I need a spoon. So I have a spoon here. Thank you, Tam. I appreciate it. Okay, so basically on the plain rice, you're gonna add prepared bean sprouts. You can add more bean sprouts because we eat a lot. And then you are neatly arranging it, right? And you go.
If you're vegetarian, add tofu, fried tofu.
Yeah,
Okay.
instead of the meat.
Basically, when you are putting down, think about color coordination. Okay, you want to have all those colors present. And I want
Spinach.
yes. zucchini goes this way. And spinach. Yes, on top. Fried egg, and I love my cucumber, so I'm gonna use salted squeezed cucumber. And here's two options. If you are in for spicy food, you can add sauce pre-made, so bibimbap sauce. Or if you do not like spicy food, you can do soy sauce based one right here. So this one takes soy sauce, sesame oil, sesame seed, a little bit of scallion, garlic. You can skip the garlic. So you can spread this on top. Or do we actually combine soy sauce and this together?
I don't usually do it.
I don't. But that's how we do
And
it.
your egg
Either
there that you
one.
put on top of the bowl, that one is not a hard cooked egg. That's got a runny yolk, correct?
Yeah.
Depending on what you prefer.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can do it this way, or
You can do sunny side up, fried, or cook all the way.
Okay, so we have the kimbap
Kimbap,
and
bibimbap.
bibimbap.
Yes.
All right. These look so wonderful. And, I think, as I said, to me, all of these ingredients are a little intimidating, but seeing you do it, it's just a lot of preparation. Then it goes pretty quickly once you've got the vegetables all chopped, the meat chopped and marinated. The rice is a little particular, but again, if you use the method that with the rice cooker, that sort of does it for you. But you can do it on the stove yourself if you don't
So
have
this is
one.
very fancy of making bibimbap. Or you can put whatever vegetable you have in the refrigerator and then mix it together and call it bibimbap. That works too.
Well, it all looks and smells amazing. So I want to thank both of my guest chefs today for coming and joining us in the World Kitchen.
Thank you.
I know there's a lot more Korean food that maybe we can, we have kind of plans for World Kitchen over the next several months, but maybe next summer we'll get them out again with us when we have a little more trouble finding folks who aren't here through the school year, and try some other Korean food, because I absolutely love Korean food and I think this is going to be fabulous. So thank you.
Thank you so much for inviting
you.
us. Thank you.
Yeah. And next month, we're going to be doing 2 actual World Kitchens. We're gonna have a special edition World Kitchen with Penn State Alumni Association's Director Paul Clifford. So that will be coming up on October 8th. Check our website for that. And then on October 22nd, we will be doing World Kitchen Chile with one of our visiting Humphrey Fellows. So keep an eye on our website and sign up for both of those World Kitchens. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Videos like this are made possible by support from viewers like you. If you enjoyed this video, visit wpsu.org to become a member today and help us create more content like this.